Okay, so today's paddle, I'm launching for Rainbow Jim's boat launch and paddling to 131 Campground, where I've already dropped off my tent and all my camping gear and left it there with my car. So today I'm just taking stuff in my kayak for a day trip. So I've been on the river for about an hour and I decided I needed to get out and stretch my legs and have a snack. So I got out here at Lucas Road Bridge. Nice little boat launch here, parking lot. And you can see in the distance, there's the bridge. So I grabbed my cooler, grabbed my coffee. I'm gonna head up here to a rock, have a seat, eat half my peanut butter and jelly sandwich, and have a little coffee. Stretch my legs. My knee's not feeling it today. It's getting kind of creaked out on me in the boat, so might have to stop a little more often today to stretch my knee and my hips. I usually have to get out every 2 hours because my hips just need a break, and that's about the worst thing that I have when I paddle is my hips being locked in. So I just need to get up and move around, get some blood flow to my legs. So anyway, I'm going to enjoy some snackies and some coffee. Oh, the gnats are insane today. There's no breeze. I've been paddling in a cloud most of the day, it feels like, because of the mist, but the gnats are insane. And I just got to keep moving because they are all over me right now. And whew, it's very irritating. Anyway, I just thought I'd touch in. My boat and walk around a little bit. Don't have to worry about taking a dip today to cool off because it's been cloudy all day, gray skies. It started brightening up a little bit a little while ago, and I was hopeful maybe the sun would break through, but you know, having it overcast like this kind of is nice too because the sun's not beating down on you. But I'm telling you what, these biting flies, they're pissing me off today. I must have killed at least, I think I made contact with 10 of them. And it feels like 100 of them got the best of me. Little assholes. But anyway, I thought I'd stop, stretch, check in with you. I think I have 21 mile total paddle today and I'm at 13.3. So less than 7 miles to go. I average about 4.5 miles an hour. Not pushing it hard with the paddles. Trying to take it easy and enjoy the serenity of the river. I've only seen 2 other paddlers today. 2 young guys were putting in at Lucas Road when I stopped for lunch. I knew I probably wouldn't see anyone today, which makes it very peaceful. There's no wind, so I can sure hear the river, the birds, but I really enjoyed the wind in the trees. But today is just one of those days where you get to enjoy something different about the river. So I'm gonna walk around a little bit, get some coffee, and blue jay in the distance. Yep, I know, I'm here. And check in later. Whew, well, the sun just burned through the clouds. All day I've been paddling through a mist, like paddling through a cloud, which has been awesome. And it's been chill and cool. Not anymore. You ever have a moment just make you break out in song? Well, the sun just came out. It's been cloudy all day. So, you know the song, "Hello Darkness, my old friend." So I'm like, "Hello sunshine, my old friend. I'm glad to have you here again. Burning brightly through the dark gray skies. Burning brightly and fill my eyes." That's all I got. So I made it. I tethered my boat to the landing. As you can see, you have to get outside, disembark, whatever. And the water is pretty deep. I don't know, it's hard to tell. I don't know how deep it is, but anyway, so I tethered it. Now I'm gonna empty my hatches, take as much weight out of it as I can, and my hopes is that I can pull it up all these stairs by myself. Well, my day's done. I'm at camp. I got about 20 miles of paddling on the river today. I was out there for about 5 hours. Man, it was pretty awesome. I've never paddled in mist like that for a whole day. As you can see, it's still misty out there on that water. Got my dinner in me. One bonus of being so close to home, we're about 30 minutes from home, is my husband and my granddaughter came out and sat with me and had some dinner and sat by the fire for a little bit. I just want to expose my granddaughters to this stuff as much as possible. And while Grandma's like building up her confidence and getting herself more experienced at this solo stuff, what a good opportunity for her to come out. Anyway, yeah, you know, I could be feeling all bad and stuff and feeling like I didn't accomplish much, because in reality I really wanted to self-contain and just paddle from point A to B and pitch camp along the river at this campsite, you know, around people and stuff. But that's okay. I'm here, I'm by myself. I'm going to spend the night by myself. I got myself off the river and got my camp set up and everything, and I'm still solo camping. I don't have my dog with me, but I have my car. I think this is only the third time I've solo camped in my life, especially without my dog, and having my car by me. So you know, little steps at a time. Once I get comfortable being by myself at camp, then, you know, the day will come where I'll try and camp without my car. And again, it'll probably be someplace kind of public, just for safety purposes. And then I'll just keep going and baby steps, right? I rose up over my fears today. I'm rising up right now because solo camping at night, once it's dark, it'll be different. But I have a couple of other people camping in the campground, so that helps tremendously. And I reached for what I wanted to do. I wanted to kayak all day, camp, wake up on this river tomorrow morning and go out and paddle some more. And boy, I reconnected with nature today. It was so peaceful, no wind. It was just really quiet on the river today. So I'm calling it a good day. And I'm looking forward to a restless night's sleep because I never sleep well at camp. And waking up tomorrow morning, it'll all be worth it. That's why I tell my husband, I said, you know, I always sleep like crap when I tent camp, but the next morning it's like all worth it. And so I'm looking forward to that. I'll I'll touch base with everybody tomorrow morning. Good night. Good morning. I slept okay. Seems like every time I do something, I forget something. Well, this time around, I forgot my pillow. But most backpackers don't bring a pillow anyway. What they do is use your extra stuff sack that you have and just shove all your extra clothes in there. So that's what I did. I put it in my sleeping bag stuff sack, filled it with all my extra clothes, and that was my bed. Stayed warm out last night. I slept okay, despite it all. Now it's time for coffee. I have to do things very slowly because I'm only half awake. And one thing I don't want to screw up first thing in the morning is my coffee. I grind my own beans that I get from our local coffee roaster, Ally in Cadillac. I bring them with me. I have some coffee friends that actually have a coffee grinder they bring out with them. I need to look into that. But this is better than my Starbucks packets. I mean, the Starbucks packets were awesome because they were easy to boil water, add it. But I really like being able to bring my own coffee beans ground up. So I got one of these AeroPresses after a recommendation from a friend, and it works pretty nifty. It rained off and on all night, so I got to hear raindrops on my tent. Always put your lid on. It helps it boil faster and conserves fuel. Set that over here. Set the water in the beans, the stronger the coffee will be. it's also hard to wait that long. It's not true. At home, you're just used to your coffee being already made with the programmed coffee machine. It's so fun because I'll get up and I'll forget to hit the auto on button. And I'll go to the bathroom and I'll come back out to get my coffee and I'm like, what? Coffee's not ready? I just get so frustrated. And out here, I'm like, you just know, yep, you have to work for your coffee a little bit. It's no big deal. It's so funny how we get so locked in or whatever. Just stupid stuff at home. I have to say though, I used to go to Lake Michigan with some really good girlfriends, and their coffee system there was a pour over. And you have the coffee beans, the grinds, ready. So you didn't have to do that in the morning, but you have to put the coffee pot on the burner on warm. Then it would have the funnel and the filter, and you'd have to boil the water in a teapot and then slowly pour it over. And the first time I spent the weekend there, I thought, you gotta be kidding me. Oh my God, I hope I'm not the first one up. But of course, I was always the first one up. So that kind of became my job, if you will. Whenever we'd go, as Cammie would be making the coffee. I hope they liked it strong. Anyway, it was kind of, it was so relaxing. It was a great way to start the morning. Because I'd pour the water over the coffee, and I'd watch it, and I'd gently stir it, and I'd scrape the coffee back down into the water. I didn't want to waste any of it, so I always made sure to go back down in the water. So it'd be, down in there getting steeped, and it would slowly go down. I'd pour the water over it and stir. And I always felt good because I'm like, oh, I'm doing this for my friends, making the first cup of coffee of the day. This kind of reminds me of that. It's such a beautiful place to visit. Push it now. This has been, when I first got this, I thought, oh my gosh, I'm doing something wrong. Because it's really hard to push. But I'm telling you, this arthritis in my hands and my grip strength as I'm getting older, it gets to be a challenge for everything. But anyway, what I learned watching another YouTuber, hiker, is they pre-wet their filters. And I'm like, oh my gosh. So I pre-wet my filters. Makes it a lot easier. But I still have to oh, and don't grind your coffee beans so fine. That was another tip I got. And there we go. I think it's all the way up. Yep. Oh, beautiful. Now, if I don't have the luxury of having my car with me in a cooler, I do not bring my half and half. I drink it black out in the wild. And for some reason, I'm like, no biggie, this is yummy. But I saved a prescription bottle to put my half and half in, so I bring it. Why not? If you have the ability, right? I mean, I can only suffer through so much. Good morning. Wow. I'm gonna enjoy my coffee down by the river. Part of this campground, the old US 131 State Forest Campground, the North Country Trail runs right through it. So not only can you paddle to it, you can hike to it. So as you can see, there's the blaze. My camp's over there. This is where I came in off the river. It's a nice cool sight way up high. Morning squirrels, chipmunks. So these sites down here, I believe there's 6 of them, are reserved for hiking. I've seen people use them that aren't hikers, but these are the sites that are for hikers to hike into. This lovely open area. So as you can see, it's a great location if you wanted to do a multi-activity, to come and camp here and paddle and hike. Okay, time to fire up the burner and get some breakfast going. Day 2. It's about 9:30 in the morning. I'm all loaded up, ready to go. Overcast skies, no wind, lathered up with Skin So Soft, so I'm hoping that's going to help me today with those flies and gnats. My goal today is to paddle from 131 Campground to a spot about halfway between Baxter and Harvey Bridge. That should get me about I'm guesstimating probably 20-mile paddle today. If I went all the way to Harvey, it'd be a 30-mile paddle, and I'm just not feeling like a 30-mile paddle today, so I'm gonna cut it short and do a 20-miler today. I'll hope to get some good footage while I'm paddling today. Take a couple of breaks along the way. Yesterday at the end of my trip, my sciatica was just killing me. It was shooting pain all the way down into my foot. So that's when I made the decision to not try for a 30-mile paddle. 10 less miles is almost 2.5 hours on the river. So that's a lot. So anyway, I'm ready to shove off and get paddling. One of these days, I'm going to be paddling and there's going to be a train coming up over that. I've heard it in the distance out hiking one time, and me and my girlfriend busted tails and tried our best to get back to it while we were hiking. We were about 2 miles away. Dang, we just missed it. But I tell you, one of these days, right, statistics has it that I'm going to be out here paddling or hiking or snowshoeing, and a train's going to cross that. I can't wait. Blue skies. Well, I made it to Baxter Bridge, a little over 11 miles, about 2.5 hours on the river. Time to get out, have some snackies, peanut butter and jelly sandwich. What else is in my cooler? I think some no-bake cookies are left, sausage and cheese, and a granola bar. I have probably 12 more miles to the finish, where my husband's going to pick me up. So I want to enjoy my lunch, some coffee, walk around, stretch my legs a little bit, and head back out. So I just had a long talk with my son, David, which I usually do when I'm out here. He died 28 months ago. And in nature's the closest I ever feel to my son. Feel a connection. And I feel so safe out here. I cry and I wail. I talk to him. And I just let it go. I let it go into the trees and into the sky, into the water. I'm pretty sure I've camped here before with a couple of friends. Man, this looks really familiar. I remember there was a creek running, and there's flat spots to pitch our tents. Yes, this is where we did. This is where we camped. Because there's a little foot trail, and we hiked back on. This is where I found my first ever morel mushroom. It was a great spot. Man, look at that view. I made it, 22 plus miles. And boy, am I warm. What's the best way to end a paddle? Well, take a jump in the river. And that's what I'm gonna do. Well, my husband and my granddaughter showed up to pick me up. That's a good thing. Well, I hope you enjoyed tagging along with me these last couple of days. It's been fun. I'm ready to go home and chill out now, take care of my gear, wash my kayak, unpack, and until the next adventure.